What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is a new month. It's the 1st of July. We are taking a look at XRP this morning. XRP USD Bitstamp will be this data daily chart. TradingView.com. Guys, we're going to take a look at a couple cryptocurrencies that have been making very, very nice moves to the upside. And what is lagging this market right now? What has yet to break out to the upside? Even Dogecoin is starting to move to the upside. A little later than we thought, but it is getting that move higher that we called a couple days or weeks back. XRP, guys, the clock is ticking, as Dark Defender says. XRP will make a massive move to the upside at any moment now. Of course, that is not financial advice. Guys, let's take a look. If I could take a step back to 2017, I watched individual cryptocurrencies make massive, massive moves to the upside. What I did then was, for example, if it was Litecoin that had yet to make a huge move to the upside, but, you know, one day it was one crypto, and then it was the next, then it was the next, and so on down the line, I was able to essentially front run. That was my idea anyways at the time. And, you know, I was buying XRP, you know, I would take profits on that, put them into something like Litecoin, that would run, and so on. It just kind of worked out that way. Not everything in the market, in the cryptocurrency market, will break out at the same time. At least that's my opinion. Guys, XLM, Stellar Lumens, has made a massive run to the upside here. So from the bottom to the right there, that's a 56. That's a 42% move. You know, within a couple weeks, Bitcoin Cash has went from essentially $90 to $100 all the way up to where it's at now. It's actually, it went higher. It went all the way up to like 326. That would be a 200 and call it 50% move, guys. And that is, you know, call it 2 weeks at the most. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin has done what? Check this out. We've talked about this in prior videos. I mention it, you know, potentially once in all the videos. The market trades up to a lower high. The market does what? Pulls back to a higher low. What follows a higher low? Potentially is a higher high. That higher high can be a very strong, explosive move to the upside. What took place here with Litecoin? A very strong, higher high, explosive move to the upside, 28%. Past all of this resistance here. Markets are moving, guys, big time. Dogecoin. What is Dogecoin doing right now? Check this out. We have a higher low, higher high, higher low. We're getting that higher high. Once again, we're beginning that stair step to the upside. The Dogecoin could boggle your mind if this thing really starts to ramp up here. We could easily see this thing up here in the, you know, 8 to plus cents there, you know, 10 or so, maybe even up to like 14 cents. And it can happen very, very fast. We'll have to see if that takes place. The markets are breaking out. Let's take a look back at XRP, the reason why you are watching this video. What has XRP been doing? Basically sideways to down. Yesterday we had a crazy whipsaw event in the market. We came down and hit our 44,995 level. What was yesterday's low? Yesterday's low was 44,995. 44,970. My level is at 44,995. We essentially double bottomed at that level. The market came back to that yellow line and then rallied all the rest of the day. I was out for a run. One minute I'm checking the markets, they're up. The next minute they're down pretty big. A little bit later in the day, they are essentially, XRP actually went green on the day. What do I see coming here in the future? Basically any day now. And of course, this could not happen. It might not happen. There's a chance it might not happen, I should say. You got to cover myself, What I see coming here is a big breakout for XRP. Markets are breaking out down the line, and what has yet to break out yet? Yours truly, XRP. I see an explosive move to the upside for XRP, looking something like this. I got targets up here. I've been waiting patiently. The 60 to 68 cent or so range should easily be hit on a strong breakout to the upside. And that's probably very conservative and very, very undervalued there. Some would call for a much higher XRP. And of course, maybe down the line I will, we'll get there. But a 60 to basically 68 cent XRP should easily take place on a breakout when it shows up here. It takes its time, but when it moves big time. And I'm seeing it once again. It reminds me of back in that 2018 timeframe, 17. You would watch markets break out down the line, and then all of a sudden, boom, up, there goes the next one, and the next one. So if you can try to catch those before they take place, potentially you can increase your odds of having a winning position, a winning trade. So it's only a matter of time here until I think XRP is up big time. Probably double-digit percents in the green. So if we got up to that 60, call it 60 cent mark from where we're currently trading today, that's roughly a 29%. And if we get up to that 68 cent, call it like 45%. So there's your double-digit gains. What's interesting and what could actually really leave those levels in the dust is we have major resistance here for XRP. Basically at that 50 to 55 cent mark. We have 1, 2, here's another one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tries to break above that. So when it does break above that, it's going to do so in a extremely strong fashion, like very, very strong. I'm going to show you a chart right now, and I'm going to show you a chart that will drive home the fact that when price breaks above an area that has been resistance for so long, it can do so in such an unbelievably strong way that it's pretty much amazing. So let's take a look. So keep that in mind. We have all this resistance here, right? And what I'm talking about is a big move to the upside, something like this. Let's take a look at a chart called, or a crypto called Bitcoin Cash. Here's Bitcoin Cash. It's obviously made a massive, massive run. I owned this thing at under $100, and I ended up closing it. And of course, it did what I was waiting for, but I didn't have the patience to wait. So lesson learned right there. Lesson learned. I bought it for a reason. The reason was still there, but I did not hold. So got to learn from that lesson. And obviously it's a costly one. This thing went from basically under $100. Now it's, it hit a high so far in the 320s or so. But lesson learned, guys. Right here, we have major resistance at a level, you can call it like 145. One of my lines right here. Major resistance. The market would trade up to that level, bump its head. I don't know if where this big candle wick came from here, but we have major resistance at that 145, 150, but a little bit lower than 145 right in this zone. what took place when this thing started to move. And what's interesting is what I'm going to show you right now is potentially what Dogecoin is doing. And that's why I've been talking about Dogecoin. I could care less if it was called, whatever it's called. I don't care if it's called Dogecoin or Shiba. It doesn't matter to me. There is a move higher here, guys. There is, actually, let me get the drawing tool. Hang in here. This is interesting. There is a move higher here into resistance at 110.14, which is the lower end of this basing structure here, right? The market wedges up into resistance. Here's the key. Market pulls back to a higher low. What happens after a higher low? Potentially a huge break to the upside, giving a higher high. And obviously you can see this one has kept on going. That's one takeaway. The other takeaway is we're breaking above that resistance that I was talking about right here. And it's doing so in a very, very strong fashion. Not only do we have a higher low get printed, which is, if you look at Dogecoin right now, it's doing this same exact thing. And the charts are very similar. Got this big wedge down here. We're broke. We're below resistance. We're trading up, higher low. The market's actually starting to break out to the upside. So I may be wrong. Dogecoin might not look like this, but it's very similar. Not only did we print the higher low and then have an explosive move to the upside, giving us that higher high, obviously, we also broke out past all of this major resistance in a huge way. So if you keep your eye on when the markets print that higher high, that higher low, and potentially start to make a higher high, if you can get in at the right point, you can do well. Not every time will work out, but those that do can cover the losses when they do not, especially if you can hold on for the majority of a move. Let me show you something on Dogecoin real quick, and then we'll get back to XRP. Here is Dogecoin. We have the wedge down. We have the up into resistance. We have the higher low. We're getting the higher high. Will something like this take place? We'll have to revisit this and see if it takes place. Will I be right? Will I be wrong? Essentially, it doesn't matter, but you have to take the trades when they do that, when they start to show themselves that, hey, this thing could be ready for a big run to the upside. We got the higher low right here, and we're starting to get that higher high today. We actually did print a new higher high. So this thing could be just getting started. We just looked at the Bitcoin Cash chart and how it reacted at that resistance level. Where's that resistance level for XRP? Between that 50 and 55 cent area. So we could be in for a massive move to the upside like this. When this thing is ready to go and starts to break, it could happen fast. Double-digit percents can come basically instantly when this thing starts to break above that 50. Major at 55, but definitely at 50 as well. So will the XRP chart look like this very soon? I think it has I think if you were to, I think the scale leads higher than 50%, much, much higher for this to take place. Just my opinion, guys. I could be wrong. So let's see what happens here. At any moment, this thing could be way, way up here at higher prices. Markets are breaking out across the board, down the line. Saw it back in 2018. In 2017, of course, we're not in the same kind of market, but these altcoins are starting to make some very nice runs, and you can't ignore it. That's my opinion. All right, guys, XRP easily be up into the 60 to 68 cent range. Hopefully much higher into that $1 plus range. We'll see. You guys have a good weekend. It's the 4th of July weekend. You take care. head over to that, check that Casper video out I just posted. XRP community. Good luck out there. Let's see what happens. Hopefully some fireworks for the XRP chart. Take care.